Good evening, everyone. It's me again with another progress video for you. So this is Zapier day 7, and today there's been quite a bit of progress in terms of the integrations I've been able to add. So I've been adding quite a few endpoints, basically finishing up all the network, the protocol, transaction, gas. All of those endpoints have been added with testing and with all their inputs and some types. A note on the types. So since I've been using the Near API JS library, there are a few methods missing, and some of the ones that are not missing, they basically have I believe it's older types. I'm guessing it wasn't just ignored, it was probably just not updated yet. So I might write a pull request for that, updating their type definitions for certain endpoints. For example, let me see which ones I had to add. So here, Genesis config or configuration. There were quite a few, so I basically just used this JSON to TypeScript definition to basically generate everything, which means that this, because it was just easier than rather using their TypeScript interfaces and then just writing everything all over again manually. Then what else was there? Network info. That one was not up to date. Protocol config. Well, it's mostly the same as as Genesis config, but not completely. Then receipt. Then what else did we have? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That was it. So basically those are the ones that need updating on the API client so that they could, I mean, it's just a convenience sake because you're still going to get the full response of the API. It's just not going to be typed out in the interface definitions, so you won't get auto completion for those fields through the API client when using, say, VS Code or WebStorm or any other IDE. And then I've also started writing the article. So this is just a rough start. Basically, just figuring out how I'm going to structure it. And this is just the starting point. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow, as well as the RPC endpoints for accounts. For accounts and contracts, because that's the most interesting part. So I left that for last, so that of course these are going to be covered pretty easily. Then when we get to call a contract function, and then later on sending signed transactions, those are going to be more fun and interesting and basically the most useful. I'm gonna try to do basically parsing of the contract when the user inputs the method name, the contract name or ID, and then just after parsing list out all of those method names so that the user can choose between a method name they want. They don't just have to know in advance what methods are or exist on the contract, and then basically help them out that way, because that would be a very good user experience in my opinion. And so this is what it looks like now in terms of what we have of integrations for Zapier. So as you can see, there's quite a few of these, and they're basically in the order which I imported them here, which I was creating them. So these are all usable for now. The tests that I wrote are basically just to make sure it works, because I'm not gonna test the functionality of the library. I'm pretty sure that's working correctly. So basically checking that it's called with the right parameters. Here, for example, I'm just seeing if it should throw an error, because the hash is old, so it's not going to be in the current testnet or mainnet. It would be in the archive one. But I will later on refactor those tests to more appropriately test the functionality. But for now, this is fine for prototyping fast and getting everything up and running. And also, one more thing I'm gonna refactor is, as you can see here, I used receipt key to basically get the search that I want. So because I know, like here, I'm importing from the receipt, and this is it. So receipt, it will basically provide me with the key. It will give me the key, and I know that it's receipt, so I'm just gonna call it here rather than literally writing receipt by hand as I did in some older tests, which I will change later. So here I wrote the key, as you can see, manually, which, I mean, it is what it is here. It's correct, but if I change it here, then I have to change it in the other place. So I'm just going to refactor that to make it a bit more convenient and easier to maintain. That's about it for today. I think I've covered everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.